Good evening once again. You're watching the maiden edition of Mission for this year. My name is Portia Gabo, and this program focuses on education and health needs on Ghanaians. Tonight in this edition, imagine a classroom environment where children with and without special needs are grouped together to learn. Well, it seems impossible, but it is possible. Tonight, we bring you the story of Hannah Awaji, whose vision is to ensure that her child with cerebral palsy has equal rights as other children through inclusive education.
First of all, I've heard the word cerebral palsy, but I didn't know what it means. And I was like, okay, how long? Is it going to heal? What will we need? So it was a state of confusion for some time. I personally haven't allowed society to tell me what I should do with my child. I keep telling people that my child is a perfect gift from God. She has a purpose in life, and she will live to fulfill that purpose.
When Hannah was told her daughter had cerebral palsy, she went through a series of emotions. Finding a school for Avery was a difficult task.
We've changed schools about 4 or 5 times. I initially went to the everyday crèche because I thought she was also a child who needs to be. But you realize that initially they will accept. With time, they get tired. You have to change a grown toddler's diaper with poo-poo in it, which is difficult for every human being.
It's 10 a.m. and Avery has an appointment with an occupational therapist at school. But first, she needs to be calm.
It's very nice, isn't it?
Children with cerebral palsy like Avery have trouble controlling the muscles of their body.
Just stretching her out a bit. Relax, Avery.
Because cerebral palsy affects the brain, and depending on what part of the brain is affected, a kid might not be able to walk, talk, eat, or play the way most kids do.
Can you take a cup for me? Cup? Oh, take a cup for me? Okay, take a cup for me. A cup. Take. Keep your hand. Hold. Yay. We make sure that we know the needs of the kids, and then we attend to them as much as possible. This inclusive system just helps the kids to experience the environment that is going to enhance their well-being. It works because we have caregivers in the class, and the teachers have assistants, and they help with making sure that a child receives adequate care.
It's now time for Avery to meet the speech therapist.
Okay, have Avery. Say hi, Auntie.
Hi. Okay. More bubbles. With Avery, she understands a lot of what's going on around her. It's challenging sometimes with children with CP to really know exactly what level of understanding they have, because they're limited in what they can express.
How's my baby Al?
Multi Kids Inclusive Academy is a school practicing inclusive education in Ghana. Here, children with and without special needs are grouped together to learn.
Yes.
One of Avery's teachers is hearing impaired.
The children here are special needs children, same as me. And I know what's good for special needs kids because I've been in the same situation.
In Ghana, majority of children with special needs are not in school. Despite Ghana having an inclusive education policy, there are still challenges which the Special Mothers Project, an advocacy and awareness creation program on cerebral palsy, wants addressed.
If government could facilitate or help NGOs to create centers where children with cerebral palsy can be mixed with children who don't have cerebral palsy and educated together, it will help the parents a lot. Persons with disabilities in Ghana have access to a fund Unfortunately, children with cerebral palsy and some adults with cerebral palsy don't have access to the funds. This is because children with cerebral palsy cannot advocate for themselves. Some are not talking, some are not walking. So we plead with government to rope mothers of children with cerebral palsy to access the disability funds.
It is Hannah's vision that children with cerebral palsy and special needs will have the same rights, access and opportunities as anyone else in society. Portia Gabo, TV3 News.
So the Mission Ghana team will follow up to ensure that every child in Ghana is not denied access to education. In other news, most pupils of the Ochre Komfo MA Basic School have dropped out of school because their parents cannot provide their wards school uniforms and feeding fee. Implementation of the school feeding program in the school has also not been regular since the last 10 months.
It was a hazy morning with birds chirping in the village of Ochre Komfo. Parents have already gone to farm as their daily routine, so only few people could be seen at home. Children are amongst those at home. Located in the heart of the village is Ochre Komfo MA Basic School, which was established some 30 years ago. The school's enrollment has dwindled over the years, although education here is free. Only 5 pupils are in Class 1, with 6 pupils in Class 3. The inability of parents to provide their children with school uniforms and books have forced many pupils out of school. These brothers, Yao and Ernest Amanote, dropped out from school at the kindergarten level, with their other at Class 3 because their divorced parents have failed to take care of them. The two brothers said they roam in the community all day on an empty stomach, adding their sister Efia Grace is the only one in school, but she also faces some challenges. Her uniform, donated to her by a philanthropist, is now tattered, exposing her underwear. She wears this to school daily, but not with ease.
I stopped school because my parents could not sew my tattered uniform. My father could also not provide for my daily upkeep.
Efia Grace said she dreams of becoming a seamstress so that she can sew dresses for the less privileged. She wishes to join her brothers at home due to parental neglect.
My father has been promising to sew my torn uniform, but he has not done it. My friends laugh at me.
Some parents find the situation disturbing.
Because some parents do not cater for their children's needs, they do not attend PTA meetings.
Their father was not at home when we attempted to get some answers from him. This compounded the situation. The school feeding program, which used to attract some children to school, has not been regular here.
Because the place is far, the caterer is not coming. So the government should do something about Ochre Komfo feeding program. So that is why some are still at home. Because some come to school with empty stomachs. So at times they prefer staying at home, going to the farm, getting the roasted corn and the maize to sustain them, rather than coming to school with empty stomach.
Assistant headmaster of the school, Ebenezer Amwa, explained other children just like Ernest Amanote and his siblings face similar challenges, exposing the severity of poverty in the area.
The area where Ochre Komfo is sited with other areas is noted for this pineapple producing, but to get the people to come and buy even the fruit, for them to use the money on their few children they have over here is also another problem.
Assembly member for the area, Beatrice Agbalanyo, highlighted some interventions to get the children back to class.
We go to the classroom, most of them are not having books. And actually some are very poor. They would have wished to provide all the necessary wish, but they are not having the means. So with the school uniform sharing, I think this time they should concentrate on the rural area.
Goal 4 of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals promotes access to quality education for all by 2030. For pupils of Ochre Komfo To achieve the set UN targets, key stakeholders like the Education Ministry would have to fast-track its planned strategies to improve on the quality of education.
We certainly will follow up on the situation at Otri Konfo MA School to ensure that no student is denied their right to education. And as it for Mission, this program is supported by Star Ghana with funding from DFID, DANIDA and the European Union. That's it for now. Join us same time next week, that's on Saturday, Sunday, for another edition of Mission. My name is Portia Gabo.